Good morning, Miss Donna. Good morning, good morning. How are you on this beautiful Monday?
I am doing awesome. And how are you, Michelle?
Yay, I'm doing great. I had a great weekend with the hubby. He worked part of the day on Saturday, and then after that we took Saturday and Sunday and took the girls over to the beach, went over to Myrtle Beach, and right now they got fall bike rally running, so we watched all the different motorcycles and the people and had a great time. Took the girls. I got to go kind of play in the ocean for a little bit and
Oh, that's great.
yeah, it is. So we did some of the after dark kind of stuff Saturday, and then Sunday we had during the daytime. So it was a great weekend, and I love going to the beach anyway because I love the beach. So
Right.
I'll never complain on that one.
Well, I got to celebrate, or partially, my oldest granddaughter's 18th birthday. But
Oh,
then I had to rush home, to be with mom because I didn't want her to be by herself too long. So, but that was awesome, just to get out at least and spend, a little bit of time with my family.
oh, absolutely. That's great. That's wonderful.
So I had a great weekend.
Yay. So this morning we are diving into chapter 6. We are Chapter 6 goes into knowing your gift and putting it into the right vehicle.
Yes. Right.
Steve Jobs was truly one of the greatest American innovators of the last 30 years. He was a master at creating technology that you didn't even know you needed until he showed you how it would revolutionize your life. Every time you enter an Apple store and open a box with the Apple logo on, you know that you will get a little bit of that Steve Jobs magic in your hands. Steve Jobs had a gift for seeing technology in ways that actually change the way we live our lives. Some of you are even addicted to your iPhones and iPads. Sorry, stop for a second. Guilty.
Guilty. Me too.
I have my iPhone, and I tell you what, I mean, out of all the phones that I've had throughout my lifetime and everything else, my iPhone 5 is my favorite of everything. And with everything that we do, I actually use my cell phone for almost every bit of it. I only use my PC probably 15% of what I actually do with
Wow.
it. So it's like, it's huge. So, oh yeah, so I totally agree with this.
I know a lot of people that are glued to the hip.
Oh, big time. The ability to innovate and transform technology was both Steve Jobs' gift and the mark that he left on the world. This combination of using your gift and infusing it with your personal skills and talents is what I call your gift mark, similar to a trademark. Your gift mark is the stamp that you leave on the world every time you use your God-given talents and skills at your highest capacity. You know without a doubt what to expect every time you purchase a box with an Apple logo or sit behind the wheel of a car with a BMW insignia. Your gift mark should be what people come to expect every time they hire you or ask you to be part of their team. Your gift mark is the flavor you add to your gift, showing the world that it has your DNA in it. When you sit down at the table, people know that they will receive your gift in just the way that only you can deliver it. If you are an event planner, someone should be able to come into one of your get-togethers and immediately see your gift mark expressed in the manner in which your table settings are displayed, or reflected in the warm lighting in the room. If you are a life coach, someone should be able to see a unique transformation in the business and personal lives of your clients that reflects your special energy. Your gift mark is what will separate you from the pack. You can have two barbers and know how to do a mean shape up, but the difference between the one who has clients lining up to get his chair and the one who can't keep a chair is the gift mark. A good barber's gift mark could be as simple as knowing how to connect with one customer or remembering that another customer's son has a sensitive scalp. Once you uncover your gift, find that distinctive touch that will make your gift stand out and shine. What you do with your gift is completely up to you. I recommend that you harness it to share with the world in a variety of ways. It is never too late to embrace your gift. I recognize that most people, even you, are just a few steps away from the start of turning what could have been into what can be. After you have identified your gift, you need to look around you and discover the right vehicle for your gift. Right vehicle will give you the transportation you need to navigate your journey and advance you into your future. As you begin to search for the right outlets for your gift, you will realize that they are everywhere around you. The people who are truly successful use the vehicle that is right for today to work toward the next upgrade that will lead to an even higher rung of success.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Your today vehicle. What I loved most about Beyonce's self-titled surprise digital release was not the music. It wasn't that she shocked the world and just decided to forego all the typical marketing and promotions and just drop it like that. Pow! I loved it. It was full of images of Beyonce, the child singer, and the road she took to become Beyonce, the stadium filler. There is a clip of her in a group called Girls Time. In a competition, they lost to a boys band no one ever heard of again. In this day and age when stars, business mongols, and even athletes pretend that they become hits overnight, it deceives people into believing they have to connect their gift to a $1 million vehicle immediately. Most people never heard of the Girls' Time, but that was just one of the vehicles Beyonce used before Destiny's Child, before Sasha Fierce, and before Mrs. Carter. Beyonce used the vehicle that was available to her at the moment to work toward the next opportunity of her lifetime. I love that one sentence there.
Oh, yeah.
Used the vehicle that was available to her at the moment
to work toward the next opportunity of her lifetime. Absolutely.
Yes. You do not have to bog down your journey by trying to find a vehicle that will get you all the way to your final destination. The first vehicle that you initially attach yourself to may not be the one that finishes your journey. Amen. Simply attach yourself to a vehicle that gets your gifts into motion. Think about this in terms of traveling on a city bus from one location to the next. Often, you have to get a transfer in order to complete the journey. You will then be led to another transfer, which will take you to your second vehicle. I didn't attach my gift to a vehicle called being a comedian until I was nearly 30 years old. My first endeavor was a free amateur night. My next trip was a paying gig for $25. Now, a $25 vehicle certainly could not get me to the level I am at today. But it was a start. The transfer came when I became a featuring act, which took me from $350 a week to $750 per week. The next transfer I caught led me to be a national headliner, earning anywhere from $1,500 a week in a small comedy clubs to upwards of $60,000 in larger venues. My next transfer led me to a lifestyle of earning $25,000 per night. My next transfer led me to become the host of Showtime at the Apollo. From there, that venture gave me national TV exposure, which then led me to a TV show called Me and the Boys. That show led me to the Steve Harvey Show. After that, I became one of the originals, Kings of Comedy. That platform propelled me into the stratosphere of what I set out to be in the first place, one of the premier stand-up comedians in the country. Are you so busy looking for the luxury vehicle now that your new budget gift can't afford it? I need you to be open to connecting to a vehicle that complements the current level of your gift and can move you to the next level. That means begin now where you are. Where can you start today to begin the journey? What simple steps or vehicle can you attach yourself to? Let's say you're a hairdresser. Can you move up to get a booth or a chair at a local salon? Are you willing to do the work to get your cosmetology license? Are you willing to learn under somebody who knows more than you do? Don't ever be afraid to put yourself in a lesser position so that you can learn something from someone who knows more. No one can teach you more than someone who has already been there. I'll pass it back to you, Michelle.
Okay. You're not Vidal Sassoon at this point, but you are well on your way. Keep working and catch another transfer. Get a better chair at a better salon. Get another transfer and get into partnership with another girl or guy. Catch another transfer. Start a small storefront salon. Catch another transfer. Get more chairs in your salon. Catch another transfer. Start renting out booth space in your salon. As my father used to say, inch by inch, everything is a cinch. If you are a truck driver and your dream is to own a fleet of trucks, you can't wait until someone gives you the money to purchase your first fleet. Initially, you have to get your commercial driver's license. You have to get your chauffeur's license. Then you can begin driving on a local level. Then you can begin driving on an interstate level. Once you start building up your cash, you can save to purchase your first truck. After you get that first truck and become known for being a driver who delivers on time, you have to think about buying another truck and hiring another driver. Your dream is right on track. You just keep purchasing transfers from one vehicle to the next. Before you know it, you've got 10 trucks on the road, and your dream of owning your own interstate transportation company becomes a reality. If your dream is to be a chef, start cooking for your family. Talk to people who are looking to do special family events, but who can't yet afford an expensive caterer. Volunteer to cook at an assisted living center in the area, or create a program at the local middle school to teach kids to cook. Who knows, you may get on the local news for what you are doing with the kids. Your appearance could be an opportunity for you to share your vision with the world. These local vehicles are the perfect places to get started. I personally know the gentleman who creates the floral arrangements for the Four Seasons hotels throughout the world. He didn't start his career flying from New York to Paris to Dubai to share his gift for arranging flowers. That gift started by working in a much smaller hotel that didn't really appreciate the talent that he brought to their staff, but he didn't let their lack of appreciation stop him from doing what he was called to do. Before he knew it, someone saw one of his creations and gave him the opportunity to design the arrangements for the Four Seasons. And now he also prepares floral arrangements for the Grammys, the Queen Latifah show. Just because you sing well doesn't mean that you have to use your gift to become the next Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey. Having the ability to make people laugh doesn't mean you need to be a stand-up comic. If you've seen the Academy Award-winning documentary, 20 Feet from Stardom, you know that the greatest voices of our generation tore up the stage as background singers for some of the biggest performers in the world. And the best comics aren't always the ones in front of the mic. They are often the ones behind the scenes writing the jokes. Your gift might be to teach, and you've avoided going down the path because most classroom teachers aren't paid what they're worth. But who said that you have to teach in a classroom? Motivational speaker Lisa Nichols is also a teacher, and she empowers sold-out crowds all over the country. Tony Robbins is a teacher, and I know most of you wouldn't mind having a piece of his educator paycheck. Finding the right vehicle for your gift will be the key to moving from a dream to a reality. Both Lisa and Tony realize that they have to create their own path, not let someone else create them, and not fall back on what the generation before them did. Wow.
Whoa. This is the most powerful chapter so far that I needed in my life.
Right.
You know.
Okay. I agree. This chapter so far, I mean, the powerhouses that he brought into it to show that, you know, the gifts and the crafts are in so many different places. I mean, it's incredible.
Well, what has been a light bulb to me was because, you know, I wondered about the transfers, you know, and I thought, oh, you're a failure. But like he said, when you're on a trip, just because you have to switch buses and you haven't got to your destination yet doesn't mean that you failed.
Right.
You just have to switch a bus to get to that. It's a process.
Oh, yeah, and it is.
Wow. This has been the most meaningful to me. You know, it's opened up a whole brand new. Ooh.
Well, and it is, and it's been incredible because it's around and the transfers, it's stepping stones. It's starting, and I know we've had this conversation many times of stating that, and even going through the different opportunities. Each opportunity, you've learned something more. You've broadened yourself more. You know, and it's not. It might seem like the right click at first, but then you start to realize that as you go through the journey, you're learning what you have to give. So then you learn, as he says, that vehicle that you want to get into that actually fits for you. So you've needed to keep going. You've needed to keep going through those different vehicles in order to position yourself where you fit best for you.
Yes, yes. And, you know, we get on that first bus thinking it's going to take us all the way there. And a lot of times it doesn't, you know, it doesn't.
No, and then when you look back at the other people, if you look back, even Tony Robbins, for example, he's a great one. If you ever follow a lot of his stuff from the beginning, he started off with a kid that went in there and started getting the cassette tapes. That's how far back his learning for the knowledge and the steps and everything else went. He went that far back. He didn't just all of a sudden become, you know, Anthony Robbins, this whole big, you know, self-development, business development guru. He started off listening to the cassette tapes. He would even turn around and he would keep purchasing them from the one guy that he got them from And when he couldn't afford them, sometimes he would get the guy, you know, and he would come back and pay for them. And the guy always knew he was good for it. So it was, you know, it's pretty interesting. They all start at certain points. Lisa Nichols, who also does a lot of the stuff with Steve Harvey, she's another one. Oh my gosh, the strength and everything that she's got, because she went from nothing to something. But she built it over time. She honed in on the gift that she found and realized that she had for empowering others. And she turned around and she's one that so far with the stuff that I've learned even through her creative visualization, which is incredible to watch her. So, you know, and but it's funny because it's different things that, Donna, as you know, we've learned in some of the stepping stones that we've already been in. So then to turn around and see some of these different people kind of taking a different spin on things that we've seen.
Right.
Because you know how you learn different things from different people, and some stuff you resonate with one and
yes,
you can't get it with another.
Absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, I was on a training earlier this morning, and a thought came into my mind, you know, and I thought, wow, you know, but if I had let, or of course before I was squashing the idea that I was thinking about this morning, and several weeks ago, the same, I saw some of the same training, but I was squashing the idea. But today, the light bulb came on again. So I know I'm in the right place because the light bulbs are starting to come on in every room that I go.
and you keep the light on, so you know it's, you know.
Yeah, right. So I can't wait to get into the next section of this book.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, this has just been an incredible.
Yes, it has been. I've been having so much fun with this, and like you said, the light bulb moments and the ahas and the just, that explains it.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yes. So.
Well, happy, beautiful Monday to everybody. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and Donna and I can't wait to be with you guys again tomorrow morning. We love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.